In this world, there is no such thing as an ordinary human. Everyone is born with something called a capability, a power that can control fire, wind, light, or even the minds of others. But the most dangerous thing isn't the abilities themselves. It's the rule no one dares to break. If someone manages to steal your ability, you don't just lose it. You disappear from the records of this world as if you never existed. No one remembers you. No one looks for you, as if your existence was nothing more than a mistake, erased. That's why people live in constant fear of becoming the next target. But in the middle of this cruel world, there is an old legend, one no one fully believes. It says there is only one person whose ability cannot be stolen. Not because he is the strongest, but because his power is fundamentally different. A power that cannot be stolen, cannot be broken, and cannot be erased. Some say that simply touching other abilities is enough for him to completely change their nature. But no one knows who he is, or where he is. Only a name whispered in the shadows. A person who, if he ever appears on the battlefield, even the rules themselves begin to tremble. In the continent of Eildara, justice is not a law, it's a result. Every city is built around levels of power. The upper districts belong to the strong, and the lower ones to those whose abilities no longer matter. In academies, students are not asked about their dreams, but about their magic, its nature, its limits, its potential. Everything here is measured, even a person's worth. At the great academy of Eildara, where futures are either forged or broken before they begin, there was a day no one would forget. The assessment day. The hall was full, voices tense, eyes burning with anticipation. One by one, students displayed their abilities before the council, flames wrapping around a hand, shadows moving like living creatures, winds slicing through the air like blades. Each display meant one thing: your future is being written now. Then, it was his turn. He stepped forward. Nothing around him. No glow, no shift in the air. The council waited. Long seconds, heavy ones. Then whispers began. Is this a registration error? Where is his ability? Someone smirked. The hall was no longer waiting for a result, but for an explanation. But nothing happened. No explosion, no rejection, not even a clear failure, just emptiness. In the end, he walked out the same way he entered. No level, no classification, no place, as if he had never been measured at all. And from that moment on, no one called him by his full name anymore. In records, in whispers, in hallways, there was only one description: the one who doesn't appear. On a quiet night at the edge of Eildara, rain struck the roof of an old house, as if it were writing the end of something. Kaelin sat beside his grandfather, Eildara, a man who didn't speak much, yet understood everything without needing it explained. His face was pale, but his eyes were steady, as if even death couldn't shake him. Kaelin spoke softly. Today, at the academy, nothing appeared again. He paused, then added, like every time. Eildara didn't ask for details. He didn't need to hear more. He simply breathed slowly and said, "Did they laugh?" Kaelin nodded. Eildara smiled faintly, not mockery, but old understanding. Then, "You're still standing?" Kaelin leaned closer. "But I have nothing, no ability, no value. Even my name is starting to disappear among them." Eildara's voice changed, softer but heavier. This world does not fear weakness. It fears those who remain, despite it. Silence filled the room. Then he continued, "Listen carefully, Kaelin. Your ability does not define you." He looked at him slowly. "What defines you is what remains of you when everything else is taken." Even the rain seemed to pause. If they don't see you, it doesn't mean you don't exist. It means you haven't been understood yet. Kaelin lowered his head. "How do I live in a world that doesn't recognize me?" Eildara raised his trembling hand and placed it gently on his head. "Don't try to be seen. Try to understand why you should be seen in the first place. Find those who don't need this world's approval, and don't let yourself believe its judgment." Then, silence. No more words. No final advice. Just a heavy stillness. Different this time. Kaelin leaned closer, but his grandfather's hand had grown cold. Time stopped inside him for a moment, and for the first time, he didn't feel like the one without an ability, but the one who had lost the last person who understood him. That night, something inside Kaelin changed. Not his power, but the way he saw himself. Because his grandfather's final words were not just a farewell. They were the beginning of a path. If you've made it this far, this isn't the end. Write in the comments, "Next episode," and share your prediction of what will happen to Kaelin after his grandfather's death. If you enjoyed the story, support us with a like and subscribe to catch the next part.